Let me see. Make sure got this right. Okay. It is here. Set up. YouTube. Let me see. My chat working. All right. Yeah. Z. Okay. I see a chat right there. Hey there, Rocky. See Rocky. Michelle. All right. I apologize about not being able to do a bonus Q&A last night or this morning. Had to do one of those drive-through birthday parties this morning and run around dropping things off to family. But figured I'd go ahead and do a bonus Q&A for those who are able and want to try to go a little earlier because UFC coming on tonight and I need to relax. And also some of the people that's in other countries that's 6 hours ahead, you know, it's midnight for them. So I want to try to get on here in time. Yep, 80 after 4 years, you should leave. The ratio, let me see. Y'all make sure y'all put that hashtag Q in front of your question. How do women differentiate between their love languages and their requirement for a man to provide for her if she also likes for nothing gifts? Well, providing or wanting a man to provide is not a love language. So if you like for nothing gifts, then that's a love language according to the author of the love languages. But, you know, that's two different things because a for nothing gift, that's a bonus. You know, that's not a need, that's a want. So, you know, and a for nothing gift can be, I can get you this here bottle of lotion on Saturday for nothing. You see what I mean? But this ain't light bill. This ain't water bill. Speaking of, let me put a little bit of here on. Wyatt gave me that because my hand be ashy. So you see what I'm saying? So that's a for nothing gift. So that's totally different than providing because paying that rent and mortgage, lights and water, that's providing. So the for nothing gift, that's really almost everybody's love language. You know, just because people like to be surprised. People like to know you're thinking about them. Stephanie Love, God bless you. Now your book is everything. I'm listening to the ebook. Okay. To the audio book. You got the audio book. God bless you. Thank you for checking that out. I'm gonna just call you WA. Thank you for that blessing up there. God bless you. Hi Tony. Should I reach out to my ex and cuss him out after he did to me, or just let it go and move on? He cheated, took my virginity, and abandoned me. Well, cursing him out ain't gonna do you no good. It's just gonna make you a little more mad, and it's also gonna show him that he has power over you. So understand that right there. So I wouldn't really worry about that too much. Marie, God bless you. Now bless you, Tony. Happy Mother's Day to your queen. Thank you very much. Thinking about the queen, boss lady. God bless you. I just finished the life coaching course and joined my mentor.life. Thank you for this. I'm getting headshots and my bio done. Then I'll be ready. That's amazing, boss lady Pebbles. That's amazing. I can't wait till you get your first booking on there. Baby daddy text, could he have some of my stimulus check? Told him to ask his girlfriend. Do I block him a second time? Do I block him second time asking for money? Well, it's your baby daddy, you know, so y'all got a lifelong tie. And he just asking because he feel like he know you. He feel like he got you, you know. So I wouldn't, that's not really like a threat or anything like that. He just asking, just ignore it. But see, you don't know if one day if he got to be rushed to the hospital or if something happened and somebody get his phone and need to text you. So unless he's really, really being terrible, then I wouldn't worry about blocking him. The ratio, God bless you, correct. I understand. LOL. Put that lotion on, Mr. Gaskin. Just wondering if there was a way to differentiate the two. Well, I'm glad you got your answer. God bless you there. I'm thinking about coaching, but not sure if it would be awkward for me. Can you describe how your sessions go for first timers? Also, love the Mama's Boy video. Very relatable. Glad you got that. Um, Coaching is really just like a conversation. In the first part, I'm just asking general questions just to fill out a client's file. Where you located, marital relationship status, parental status, um, and all that. Okay, ratio. God bless you. And occupation, age, race, and then from there, I go to keeping the session notes. I turn it over to the client. The client tell me the situation at hand. I'm taking notes, jotting it down. I'm writing down any questions that's popping in my mind. And so when the client is done talking, I can ask those questions. So it's just like a conversation. It's a flow, but we talking about the issue at hand and we coming up with, a plan, going through some things like that. Hey, God bless you. Caramel kisses. She say, let's thank Sharif for allowing us to have some of her time today. Cash out. Money sign Tony Gaston saying happy Mother's Day, Sharif. I'm wishing all the mothers a happy Mother's Day. Hey, God bless you now. Hey, babe. 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 I was just trying to make sure she can't hear me because she was sitting outside of my office. So this will be between me and the Lord how much of these blessings I get to her. But I'm a man of integrity, so I'm probably gonna have to get it all to her. But I just want to make sure I ain't have a witness. So if she ain't hear it, I talk to the Lord about it after this and see how much I'm gonna be able to send to her from y'all blessings. What is a good color to wear to attract a man? To be honest with you, a man sees you in all colors, but the more purple, pinks, teals, blues, and greens, you're going to jump off the page a little more. Hi, Tony. Thanks for all your videos and a woman's influence. When he won't say he loves you, but says he's with you because you're a good woman, move on. Well, it depends on how long it's been. So if it's been more than a year, then yeah, you could move on with your life if he still doesn't love you. But if it's less than that, then he's just being real. Because to be honest with you, it take a man a year to two, really a year to really start to feel some real love, and typically around 2 to 5 years for a man to fall in love. It's shocking, but a lot of men get married before they have actually fallen in love. And honestly, that's why you see so much cheating in relationships, because a man is getting married out of tradition or religion and may not actually be in love, because men guard their heart so much. It's hard for a lot of men to fall in love. Gina, God bless you. Now, Tony, can you speak a little on the difference between in love with someone versus addicted to someone? Ironically, I was just talking about in love. Um, that's a good question. The thing about it is it's really, it can be one and the same, but in love is a healthy thing. Whereas when you're addicted to someone, that's unhealthy. So to be addicted to someone, that is codependent. Whereas when you're in love, it should be interdependent. But the thing about love, what you have to understand is that love needs to be confirmed. So if you love someone and they don't love you in return, then you can't really be in love, because love needs to be confirmed. It needs to be mutual. Love is a two-way street. So if you are loving someone that is treating you bad, then that's not love. That's self-hate. So when you loving someone and they are reciprocating, that's when you have real love, and that's when you could really be in love. So that's the difference. Whereas when you're addicted to someone, you could be addicted to someone but not be in love. The person could be addicted to you and it's not in love. It's more so just a soul tie. The same thing when you think about a person's relationship with a drug like cocaine. They don't love it because of what it's doing to them. They know it's ruining their life. They know it's cutting their life short. They know it's controlling them. They know that it's going to make them lose friends and family. They know that it's going to cost them job, might cost them, a place to live. They know that that substance is going to drive their life into the ground, but they are addicted to it. So what you got to understand is that an addiction is never healthy. You can choose to love something or someone, but to be addicted to it means that even when it's not good for you, you can't get away from it. So that's what you have to realize, is that love is pure, love is whole, love is holy, love is righteous, love does not hurt. But see, an addiction can hurt. So that's where you draw the line between the two. That's a good question. Thank you for asking that. I was in a relationship. It seemed great, but he never wanted to communicate when I knew something bothered him. At 6 months, he said his heart wasn't in it. What does that mean? It means his heart wasn't in it. So when a man tells you something, a lot of times it means exactly what it say. So it means that he's in a relationship, but he doesn't love you. He knows you're not his wife, but he doesn't have a better option at the moment. So he's just with you out of convenience. You're a placeholder. You see what I mean? You like this here, like this here. Oh, let me put my bracelet on. Why bought me this here old Airmaid bracelet when we was on that Europe vacation. You like this here coastal. So he just sitting here. You see what I'm saying? This is my immunity shot. So you just that coastal. That's all. That's what he means by his heart isn't in it. And that's why he didn't care to communicate with you and would rather you just keep prying and asking and begging him because you giving him attention. So if a man won't open up and communicate, then just move on about your business. In your day, in that week, it don't necessarily mean you leave the relationship now, unless he never communicates. But in that moment, you move on about your business. Coach Chris, God bless you. I focus on co-parenting. Let me see this. I focus on co-parenting and single mom coaching. Would you suggest group coaching, stepmoms group, or group of moms who co-parent, or stay one-on-one? Group coaching is a great thing to do. I do group coaching, but it's a great thing if you start to build a following. If you get on Instagram and you posting every day, or you get on YouTube and you posting every day, and you start to get some supporters, then you can do some groups. But you typically want to have them groups, so that it's worth your while, because with group coaching you charge less. So a one-on-one session, I charge $275 an hour, but with a group program I may charge 47 or 99. So if that group is a 4-week curriculum or a 10-week curriculum or 12-week, and I charge $99 and one person sign up, now you doing X amount of sessions for $99. You see what I mean? So you go to group coaching when your brand has grown to the point that one-on-one just is not doable. You can't really do it that well because you don't have enough time in a day. Gia, God bless you. Now, this blessing is for Miss Sharique asking Tony. Tell her Happy Mother's Day. Hey, God bless you. Now, God bless you. Y'all thinking about my wife. I'm gonna have to write this down. I'll tell you what, YouTube will show me what y'all gave when I get off of here, so I, send her a transfer. Lord, hold me to that, cause I'm liable to get off here and change my mind. Sir Mel, God bless you. Happy Mother's Day to the Queen. This is for her. I know you don't hear it much from the fellas, but you have been a blessing to me. Thank you, Sir Mel. Okay, my brother, God bless you. Now, to be honest with you, I'm just assuming this was a woman. And then hold on, I hear much from the brothers. So I was like, a lady giving me a compliment for the fellas. But then when I looked up and I said, oh, this a brother. Hey, God bless you, brother. You right. There ain't many fellas on here now. It get too hot in the kitchen for most men with the way we be talking this here love. Latoya, God bless you. What's the best way for a woman to communicate her standards to a man? Should she wait until something happens to call him on it or tell him up front? Um, you teach as you go. You teach as you go. It's just like with anything. It's like if you see somebody raising a child or if you raising a child, you don't just go up to them and give them the 100 things that they can't do. It just as you go, each thing you say, okay, boom, hey, look, don't do that. Hey, don't say that. So it's a few things that a man's gonna try you with that when you call them out on it. I told my wife, hey, I'll be over there by midnight. And I didn't come back to 5 a.m. She didn't answer the door. She let me know the next day that's absolutely unacceptable. Don't give me your word and not keep it. Got with her, tried to yell at her. She said, hey, don't yell at me. Boom, let me know that's unacceptable. So those couple things let me know that, whoa, if I can't even raise my voice a little bit when we having an argument, disagreement, what in the world she gonna do if I cheat? What in the world she gonna do if things get physical? So because she checked me on them little things, it let me know that I definitely can't escalate to anything that's big. That's a kingdom issue. Miss Harris, I'm gonna try to stay away from your first name now, cause it's it's long on there and it's a little small. God bless you. Now, stemming from the "Make Him Earn It" video, can a woman turn it around after being low value and show him he has to earn you? No, did not get on my back. Well, if you didn't get on your back, the next question is, did you open your mouth? And if you didn't open your mouth either, then you're not really low value. Because if you cook for them, if you went on dates, if you answer the phone at midnight, anything else you do, a man don't really see it as low value. When you get on your back early, quick, fast, in a hurry, that's when a man says, okay, she don't know her worth because she just put her life in harm's way to sleep with me. Because he knows that he could put any kind of disease in you, that you could get pregnant and you don't even really know him that well yet, or he hasn't given you a lifelong commitment through marriage. So that's when a man looks at the situation different because you gave him your whole body before he deserved it or worked for it. Hey, y'all try to keep that chat clear. Don't only put questions in the chat. Only put questions in the chat. That way y'all don't have to be working the moderators. Look like I see Caramel Kisses in there working. I sure appreciate you. Live it live. God bless you. Only put questions in the chat. And when somebody asks a question, y'all just let me answer it, okay? So they don't get too confused. Live it live. Should you be faithful / loyal during the talking phase? Or should you have multiple men at one time until one makes you his significant other? I got a video called How to Date Correctly. I may address that in there. But when you talking, that's all you doing is talking. So it's kind of like being a corporation and you got a job opening. You're not just gonna interview one person. You're gonna interview several people. So the same thing when you looking for your other half, you're gonna talk to several people. Now, when you become exclusive with one person, when this person says, will you be mine? And you look at them and you like, yes, you worthy of me giving you exclusivity, then you cut off everybody else. So it's a natural progression. But no, you don't meet somebody and then boom, in the first week, you cut off everybody else just because you met this person. Especially you don't even know if they want you like that, if they see you like that. And if you're a woman, then you best believe a man is talking to multiple women. until he chooses the one. But listen, don't do it just because a man does it. You got to do it because it makes sense to you and that's what you want to do. So understand that there. Look, Crystal, God bless you now. Mr. Gaskin, thank you for teaching about male energy. I have some male friends that are trying to get in my orbit, and I won't let them because that stops the right man from coming. I pulled over. Okay. Hey, you did the right thing now. You did the right thing. Courtney T, God bless you now. Thanks for all that you do. Looking forward to going through the life coach course. Happy Mother's Day to Sharik Gaskins. Hey, God bless you now. Have fun in the course. Wishing you the best. And y'all remember when you finish the life coach certification, make sure you join my mentor.life. Go and start meeting your clients. Why do men nitpick about little things and bring up what his ex used to do in relationships? He don't want you. That's just a man who don't want you. That's all that is. It's just a man you wasting your time with. And he wants you to feel insecure, inadequate. He wants you to compare yourself to his ex. He just don't want you. My parents got a divorce when I was 12. I am 23 now. Is it necessary for me to understand why they got a divorce to prevent it for my future relationships? I don't think they'll tell me. That'll be a shame if they don't tell you. That'll be a shame if they don't tell you. I teach parents all the time. The best parent is transparent. If you want your child to not make the same mistakes you've made, then you got to be transparent with your child. So if you sit down and talk to the one that you got the closest relationship with, I believe they'll tell you. I believe they'll tell you. And just let them know that you grown and you ready and you don't want to make the same mistakes. So you coming to them to ask them to save you some heartache and trouble. And if they love you, they should tell you. If they don't tell you, then that's very selfish and immature. And that just would mean that they really were not raised. They just grew. And that's the issue with some parents. A lot of our parents were not raised. They just grew up, meaning that they just got older, but their parents didn't show them the way. And so the mistake that a lot of parents make is hiding their troubles and their issues from their kids when their kids are of age. And then now, boom, their sons and daughters tripping in the same hole that they could have avoided. Why would my ex try to keep me from reading self-development books or other growth resources? Is he just insecure? Do those guys change? He could change, but he probably not going to change with you. So that's what you got to realize with uh, most people is once a person starts speaking a certain language with you, that's the language that they continue to speak because that's where they're comfortable at. So yes, he can change. He could change his ways, but will he do that with you? And the answer is typically no. Now, if you call him out on that and you let him know how backwards that is, what he's doing, and how it doesn't make sense that he doesn't want you to learn and to grow, now he may feel stupid, see the error in his ways, and he may change. Now, if you call him out on that and he still doesn't change, then 9 out of 10 times, you're going to have to leave that relationship for him to get the picture. And then he may come back apologetic and change. Joanna, God bless you now. Pour out in her life, Lord. Pour out in her life. How can I heal my son's heart when my son's father only wants to pay child support and not be active in his life? I'm always reaching out to him when my son wants to speak on the phone. What should I do? Well, Allah, all you can do is all you can do. You see what I'm saying? Do all you can do. So what that means is you be loving, you be caring, you be consistent, you go the extra mile, you be his everything. See, if you slacking, then that makes the pain even worse. But if you got him in activities, you showing up at the games, you taking him to do things, see things, experience life, you treating him like you love him and the world is his oyster, and you loving him, chastising him, holding him accountable, then you start to fill that void. But if you slacking and you're not doing what you're going to do, then that's going to make the situation worse, and he's going to feel that void. He's going to feel it more, and it's going to grow. So all you can do is all that you can do. And if you do that, you can't really worry about the rest. You pray and you put mentors in his life like coaches, instructors, whether he doing music lessons or whether he playing sports. And the void will be filled. In dating, when is it appropriate to have at-home dates? you know, Sometimes I try to put a number on things just so y'all have some type of guideline, but the numbers don't necessarily always apply. So what I say is you do 10 dates outside of the home. Because what that should equate to is about 20 hours with this person on these dates. And if these dates is one time a week and y'all talking every single day, then now there's 10 dates. So that's 10 weeks. So that's 2.5 months. So that's 80 days. So that's 80 hours of talk time. A date typically is 2 to 4 hours. So it's 10 of that. So that's 100 to 120 hours of time with a person getting to know them. At that point, you should have a clear understanding of who this person is, how they move, how they think. Then you may feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, you don't have a peace in your spirit, then go another 5 or another 10 days. The key is that you feel like you really kind of know this person and that this ain't Ted Bundy nephew who trying to live up to his uncle's standards. You see what I mean? And then when you do the in-home dates, you got an in-home date curfew. So if it start at 7, it need to be over by 10 or 11. Thing is we think we grown and you let somebody come over at 7, next thing you know they spending the night. Now the next thing you know y'all shacking up. You see what I mean? So you have to do it in a way that makes sense and still kind of sets boundaries. I am that girl. God bless you. Now, can you explain the term manifest? I saw a YouTube vid about manifest your ideal partner. Well, I have to tell you this right here. That you ain't hear that from me. Okay, so I can't explain what somebody else talking about. You feel me? So you have to ask that person what they talking about. And it probably just a word that they done heard. And they just out here trying to sound deep. And so what you have to do is manifest your partner. And to manifest your partner, you need to just hold your fingers like this, okay? And then you want to chant, okay? And so they just trying to sound deep. You ain't manifesting nothing. You could work on yourself. You could love yourself. You could prepare yourself. What I call prepare and position. Then when you prepare and you position, meaning you done worked on yourself, you loving yourself, you taking care of yourself. Then when you step out in the free world, you will begin to attract who is for you. And that may be what they mean. But, with some folks, you just really don't know. I only speak on what I talk about. Okay, you got to ask me about one of my terminologies. Do men regret abandoning their children? I honestly do not know because I've never been that man and will never be that man. So I really don't understand that man. I don't understand really how a man can do that. I just assume he has to have a lot of pain and a lot of brokenness and a lot of empty voids in his heart and his life to be able to do that. I really do not respect that type of man, nor do I understand that type of man. So me personally, and I won't raise that type of man. My sons, they're going to be there. They're going to do right. I am that girl. God bless you now. So, and that's just how I was raised, but typically it's based on what a man saw in his life. So I saw my father in the home, so I wanted to be in the home with my children. If a man didn't see that, then that may be a father in the home may be foreign to him, and he may not feel that it's necessary or that it's a requirement of a man if his father was not there. So he said, if my father left me, that must just be the thing to do. That just must be life. I made it. Look at me. All I'm out here doing, this is what he's saying to himself. All I'm out here doing is sleeping with multiple women unprotected. So that must be the way to go. So that's something that you may have to ask a reformed deadbeat dad. Like, what happened with your brother? How do you feel about a ex-parent, an ex-parent getting a Mother's Day gift for a child's? Okay, yeah, you had a few typos in there. Been together 15 months. He asked me to marry him via text 6 months ago, but I felt he wasn't ready. Now today he's saying he wants to marry me and wants to know if I'm ready. Am I wrong to not rush it or sleeping together? You're not wrong, but a man who asks you over text and then now he just kind of asking you in casual conversation, something going on right there. So what I feel like what's happening in your spirit is the reason why you're not ready to do it is because you really just don't believe that he's the man. Because if a woman wants marriage more than a man wants marriage. So when a man got to beg a woman to marry him, you typically dealing with the wrong man. Because if he want to marry you and you don't want to marry him, then that's backwards. Because 9 out of 10 times a woman gonna want marriage before the man wants marriage. So either you to come up and he trying to get you so he could come up on you and you feel that way and that's why you don't really want to deal with him. So you got to really get to the reasoning behind that. Okay, a ex parent getting a Mother's Day gift for a child's mother. I really don't have a feeling on that. I don't think it means too much. It just some people nice and just giving. You might be reading into it a little bit much. Why do men say they want a natural woman with no weave, fake lashes and brows and nails, but they like all the pics and go after those types? And that's a good question. It's kind of like a man paying to go to the circus. He pays and he goes to the circus, and they say, "Come over here, see the 3 foot lady with an alligator tail. $10. See the 3 foot lady with an alligator tail. $10." And he paid that $10, and they make thousands of dollars of people going to see that 3 foot lady with the alligator tail. It's a difference between what a man look at online to entertain him versus who he want to settle down with and marry. So that's what these guys doing. They looking at this woman and they seeing her like entertainment. They seeing her like a blow up doll, like a dress up woman. Like, oh, okay, all of this here, all the extra. Okay, you got your lips done, you got your booty done, you got your breasts done. Okay, you got your lace front end. Oh, okay, that's cute. You got oil on your body. Let me hit the light. And a lot of times, if a man see a woman doing the absolute most, he assumes that she's insecure. And so a man that's not committed, a man that's not in a relationship, he'll like the picture just to say, hey, keep going, keep trying, keep loving yourself. And so it don't make sense to a woman, but to that man, he just saying, hey, same reason why guys go to the strip club. They don't want their daughter doing that. They don't want their wife doing that. But yet they go and reinforce another woman doing it because they don't care nothing about that woman. And so that's really how it's hypocritical and it's a double standard, but that's what they saying. Get it back. God bless you. Not exclusive and live several states away. If I move to his area for a few years, should he agree to my location after his child graduates? Won't go there without the ring. No, that's not a guarantee, because if you get up and you move to him, what's the sense of you moving to him and then y'all moving back to where you from? You might as well stay where you at. So if you move to him, you telling him, hey, I'm willing to pick up and move to you. And so if you're willing to pick up and move to him, you might as well stay there. So I really wouldn't be trying to play, musical chairs with y'all living situation. And so if you're going to move there because that's where his child is at and she need to finish school, him and her, then, make the move. When you got love, it don't matter where you live at. You can live under a rock when you got real love. Veggie girl, God bless you now. Thank you, Tony, for helping this older and should know better woman. You being sent to speak to us is surely love from above. Hey, God bless you. I appreciate that blessing now. Courtney Jones, God bless you. 22 black pro athlete, DM him first about book, now calls me daily for 2 months, never flirts, nor do I. Exes both white, don't see how it benefits him slash me. Why? Okay, I'm trying to see what you saying. So you look like you of color, and then his ex is white, or your ex is white. 22 black pro athlete. DM him first about the book. Now, when you DM him first about that book, were you trying to shoot your shot? Trying to get on his radar so he see you? And if he calling you daily and don't flirt, you know, I really don't know. Uh, I really don't understand that right there. It sounds like to me he either might be shy, might be intimidated, might just be learning how to deal with a woman, don't want to shoot his shot because he's a pro athlete. I'm really not sure what that means. Do you think a lot of black men require a woman to be light skinned when dating? And do you think black women are the most against interracial dating in our community? Um, that's a good question. You know, a lot of men today, a lot of black men today, I'm gonna explain this to y'all so y'all understand what's going on with a lot of these brothers. Okay, is it's kind of like if you grow up eating fried chicken all the time, then you get to a place to where you got you some money and you got your own place to live. You may want you some linguine. So the thing what these black men is going through is they so used to looking at their complexion that they think another woman is like something new. It's like a different flavor. It's like, oh man, I've been eating chocolate ice cream. Let me try vanilla ice cream, or let me try macadamia nut. So it's not really all the time a thing to where it's colorism or all of this. It's just that he wants something different because opposites attract. That's why you see so many light skinned women with brown skinned men. And then you'll see brown skinned women with light skinned men. A lot of times it's just people wanting something that looks different than them because they live with themselves, smell themselves, and they just want something new. And then, but the amount of, brown skinned women may outnumber the amount of available light skinned men that's looking for you. And so it just kind of appears that way. But a lot of times and then also it's self-hate. In a lot of cases, it could be a man just has been made to feel that his color is ugly, less than, overlooked, mistreated. And all of those things could be true. And so he says, listen, I don't want my child to go through what I went through. And if he or she is lighter, he or she won't be bullied or ostracized or racially profiled or, shot at while killed while jogging. So a lot of times it's out of fear because of what they've gone through. And then when you say interracial dating, a lot of black women are against interracial dating because you feel like, look, it already ain't enough of y'all to go around because of prison and early death and gang violence and lack of education and lack of jobs. So then the pool that's left, if y'all choosing women that's of another race, now what we got left to pick from? And so I get that too. So a lot of black women are against that. And what I tell black men is the woman of the other race, did she want you when you was poor and black? Cause when you popping in black, now you could get all these other races. Sometimes another race only wants you when you rich or you successful, you got a good job. Now, when you was seen as black and trash, did they want you? And that's what I ask them a lot of time. Don't get to where you big and you popping and you the popular person or you got money and then now you get all the flavors of the rainbow. And then you looking down on the black women who was there for you when you was stanky booty and musty. Oh, Chanel, God bless you now. How do you think a man should respond to his woman celebrating holidays when he doesn't? He told me that the only time he'd give me a gift is on my B-day. Well, see, that's the thing to where that plays into y'all life and what you got going on. Get it back, God bless you. So that could almost be foundational because it's certain holidays that may be foundational. It may be so Easter, you celebrating the resurrection of Jesus. Christmas, you be celebrating the birth of Jesus. Even though we know he wasn't born on that day or resurrected on that day, that's what the day may represent to you. So if he doesn't celebrate that, then y'all foundational beliefs are off. Now, if you don't celebrate that or that's not why you celebrate it, then y'all could be in the same boat. But the next thing what you got to realize is, okay, when you raise kids going to school and they looking at everybody celebrating all these days. Alice, God bless you now. God bless you. They looking at kids all these days, celebrating all these days, and they got to come home. Daddy, what can we celebrate? What about Valentine's? What about Easter? What about this? And he like, I don't celebrate holidays. But at 5, 6 years old, they don't understand why everybody else getting gifts and costumes or toys, and he trying to be fake deep because he hollering about that's a pagan day, and that's a pagan day that they done gave you, and it's just to make money. So he want to be fake deep, and why he don't want to celebrate a holiday when understanding it's just another day. And if that's just a day that's been chosen, don't deprive your child and make your child ostracize and the oddball out because you want to be fake deep, but yet you still smoking weed, killing yourself. Yet you still gambling, yet you still watching porn, yet you doing all this stuff to defile your spirit, but then hollering about you don't want to celebrate a holiday. Really, a lot of time what that is just a man being cheap. He trying to find ways to save money, and them holidays cost money. So if he could get out of them holidays, he's saving a whole lot of money, and then he get to pat himself on the back for being woke. That's what a lot of them doing. God bless you now. How can I get an emotionally distant man to open up and communicate what they want/need? And when something bothers them that I may have done, successful man treated me well and showed investment in the relationship. Thanks. See, you just got to try different ways. You see what I'm saying? When you try to do something one way and it don't work, what do? You try another way. So if he's sitting there and he being closed in and you keep begging him, then stop begging him. Just let him be quiet. Let him sit there. Ignore, redirect, reinforce. Just ignore him. Move on to the next conversation. When he engage in that, then you reinforce that engagement. But don't keep prying, because now you giving him attention. So you giving attention to a maladaptive behavior. So any behavior that is recognized and rewarded repeats itself. So you got to change the way you dealing with his silence until you find a way to unlock his vault. You see what I mean? Different vaults work different ways. Some you could punch the number in, some you got to spin the dial. You see what I mean? Some take your fingerprint. So you got to figure out what his vault take to get into it, and you got to try different ways, and you're going to realize it. Esther, God bless you. You're helping me as a woman and also with my relationship. I watch your videos daily. Thank you. Hey, God bless you. I appreciate that. Dope, no lie. God bless you. Now I see you popped in the chat over there. Siobhan, now forgive me for saying your name wrong now. Bless you. Let me see what you said now. I'm dating a man that was super consistent. Now that quarantine has been in place, he is super inconsistent. He sets specific times as in appointment times for us to talk. Should I be concerned or wait until quarantine lifts? Yep, you ought to be concerned. Sound like he got a woman. And he's setting the time for y'all to talk that he knows she gonna be gone or that he gonna be gone. So when it's right now in this situation, if he was real and you were the main one, yeah, you would be able to call him any time of day. Unless he got a essential job that he's still working. But even with that, you'll know his work hours and you'll be able to call him, reach him anytime after work. So it sounds like you being played, sister. So if I was you, I'd be looking to move on with my life. That's what I'd be looking for. Hey, y'all listen to share now. Only questions in the chat and place hashtag Q in front of your question. Hi, Tony. I have been told a white man will adore the black woman more than the black man would. Have you heard of this? D Love. God bless you. Don't know lie. I'm gonna try to get your question. It's not that a white man will adore the black woman more than a black man will. It's more so that he's intrigued. See, the same thing with the white man. As I mentioned earlier about the black man, men like variety. Men like something new. When you grow up looking at yourself all your life, and then you get something that look different than you, it's more intriguing. It's just no different than a dog sniffing around the ground, looking for something that's just new. It's a new space. You know, you let a dog out in a new space, so when a white man get with a black woman, or a black man get with a white woman, it's like a amusement park, because you seeing something that's totally different. It's a different culture. It's a different way of living. So the white man not necessarily cherishing the black woman, he just intrigued. It's almost like a science experiment, like you in a science lab and you getting to mix chemistry, and you getting to test stuff out. So it's less about race and color and more just about, exploring. More about it's something new. It's like, oh wow, this different. That's really what it is. And then sometimes in the process, you get hooked on what's new. You get hooked on what's different. And you'll notice that when you see white men who date black women, some of them end up kind of getting some of the characteristics of that culture, with the way they dress or how they eat or how they talk, because they may just be so intrigued, and vice versa. When you see a black man with a white woman, it's either, a lot of time when you look at it, you'll see either the black man start to pick up more of her culture, or she starts to pick up more of his culture. But you rarely see people of different races together and both authentic to their stereotypical culture. You'll see somebody compromising, somebody getting more intrigued in the other culture. When you look at them case by case, you'll see that. Live, learn, and grow. Say she married a white man and dated black men before I married the white man. I could tell you from my experience, my husband loved the ground I walked on up until the day he died. It wasn't that he loved the ground you walked on. It's just that you were somebody different walking on the ground. He used to black women walking on the ground. I mean, white women walking on the ground. He get with you. It ain't that he love you any different than a black man. And but at the same time, a black man with you, he knows you. He used to you. He done seen your type. So it's just like with anything. It's familiarity breeds contempt. So when you familiar with something, you just more used to it. And so therefore you able to say, okay, we take it for granted. It's the same way how you talk to your sister. You talk to your sister a certain way, but somebody else talk to your sister that way, you ready to throw hands. But you say, I could do that because that's my sister. So that's the same thing with dating in your same race. You feel more comfortable, so you act a certain way. You might not treat it the same, cherish it the same. But when you get outside of that, some people, they like, oh, this is something new. Let me tiptoe, because they really trying to learn it, trying to understand it. But you never really know what's going on in a person's head. You never really know if what happened to him by his own women is what made him go against that. Andrea, God bless you. Now, thanks to you / your queen, I finished the woman's influence audio today. I'm starting my second listen tonight. God bless you. Now, great book. I love how direct / real you are. Hey, God bless you. Now, everybody can't handle that realness now. Everybody can't handle that realness. There's a lot of folk want to beat around that bush, but, I got to give it to you, real as I possibly can. How long after a breakup does a man normally reach back out if it was his fault, if he's going to reach out again? It's really no time on it, you know, but typically it'll be inside that first 30 days. If he cares and if he's remorseful, to be honest with you, it's gonna be in that first week. To be honest with you. Now, when a man go 4, 5, 6 months, he really cared but don't care, or just got too much ego, you know. And in that case, when he wrong, you got to keep moving about your life. And then if he want to catch up to you, then he'll catch up to you and prove to you that he really want to be there. Is it possible to get a man back if it was the woman driving him away? Well, if you drove him away, you got to ask yourself, why do you want him back if you drove him away? And then you got to ask yourself, do you want a man back who resents you or has resentment for you? Do you want that back? So if you drove him away, you really need to appreciate the fact that you drove him away, because that either means you wasn't ready or it means he wasn't the one for you and you just didn't know how to articulate that or couldn't express that. So understand that. Joy said I missed a 199 question. Courtney Jones, God bless you. Now I see that blessing. Y'all, let me see if I can find that 199 question. Okay, yep, dope, no lie. I remember that. Yeah, when y'all put them in there in the chat like that, they'll get lost. Would a guy, why would a guy I'm not with yet call me babe? Okay, yeah, that's 199 question. It just, you know, just how he talk. It's really typically a guy that's not really used to women, all too familiar with women, kind of lame, kind of corny, you know. And he just, babe is just what sound good to him. He could have been raised with people who got an old spirit who always say hun and sweetie. It don't really mean nothing. It don't mean nothing at all, to be honest with you. It really don't. Women, I know y'all mind very analytical, but it just how he talk. Now, should he be doing it? No. Doesn't mean he a bad guy? No. It just, he kind of, it's honestly more innocent than it is harmful, because see, a former player, a womanizer like how I was, don't use terms of endearment, because a player wants you to feel, you know, less than. A player wants you to feel like he's not sweating you, that you got to work for him. A guy who want to be a nice guy, even if he is a player, but he want to be a nice guy, or he got a nice guy in him, he may use terms of endearment, just trying to be kind and sweet and charming. So it's not really anything that you could. Rose Petal, God bless you now. I told my ex-husband that I was moving to Texas just to see what he would say and do. Today he bought me to go dinner. Does this mean anything? Does he still have feelings for me still? I want us to come back together one day. He might want to send you away just with a good taste in your mouth, with a good feeling. But it doesn't really mean anything. If a man is not pursuing you, if a man is not making it clear, making it known that he want to be with you, you can't really read into it too much. You can't really read it. And you got to understand that your brain is going to self-soothe and you're going to heal some things. But that don't necessarily mean y'all need to be together. And if y'all are meant to be together, he really needs to be coming after you, pursuing you, and letting you know he wants to be with you. NH Beauty Zone, God bless you now. I can't help but be argumentative when I disagree. I like to prove my point. I know men don't like it. I tried to change that, but it is not easy. Advice. That's everybody. To be honest with you, that's everybody. It's just how you disagree. It's not the fact that you disagreeing, it's just how you disagree. But that's everybody. You know, don't trip over it too much. Just learn how to do it in a way that you can. Maybe you pose a question instead of, you know, yelling or getting snappy or being condescending. You ask the next question that's going to lead the person closer to kind of understanding where you coming from. Shay, God bless you now. What are some ways to introduce the gospel to a worldly man? I don't want to turn him off or develop feelings for a man who remains lukewarm or doesn't want to know God. Thank you. You need to move on with your life. You know, if you're dealing with a man in a romantic way, and he's not a man of faith, you playing with fire. And so the only way you really could introduce the gospel to him is to represent what Christ represents if you're going to deal with him. So that means you just operating in love. the way you live. He's gonna say, well, why don't you get drunk? Well, why don't you curse? Well, why don't you do this? Fornicate. Why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? And then you're able to express your faith. Why you so slow to anger? Why you cool tempered? How you do that? So he's learning like that. Boyfriend of 5 years about to propose on my B-day, 5/22. We've broken up twice, but have been back together 7 months. How do I know it's real? Hey, God bless you now. When y'all done broke up twice, uh, it's your chances of it being real is slim. And if he about to propose to you on 5/22, and y'all been back together 7 months, you just got to continue to watch. Pay attention to the signs. Pay attention to the signs. But when that breakup to makeup relationship is rarely real. It's rarely real when you break up the makeup. So you're gonna have to see that this time that it's the real deal. That it's about to be 7 months. You need about another 5 months to see if it's truly real. Sharice, God bless you now. God bless you, Tony. Feeling super blessed and encouraged by your videos. Hey, God bless you. I sure appreciate you. Like, feel, soul, bless you now. Bless you. Tony, I love how your advice is grounded in faith, honesty, and balance. I enjoyed your video today about loving a woman and was wondering if you could please make a video on a man's love needs / desire. Okay, yeah, keep that in mind. A little paper that I'll be writing on. Got my little pen. Let me see about this here. What you say, a man's needs? Okay. Let me see. Now let me hold on right quick. Milkman Trucker, God bless you now. Okay, I'll see this tomorrow. God bless you tomorrow. At what age should I begin transparency with my daughter about her absent father? She is 7 and hurting. Her dad is an abusive drug addict and doesn't respect himself or value his kids. That's totally up to you, because you live with her and you know her. So if she is able to process those, like the words that you just used, can she process addict? Can she process abuse? Is it a way you can explain that to her, express that to her, that she would be able to process it, that she will understand a bad person versus good person, good deeds versus bad deeds. And so it's really a personal choice. But if she's hurting, then that means she could process pain, that she can feel it. And she's not looking at it like, oh, where's daddy? Oh, he never comes around. Oh, but she actually has feelings and it's hurting her. So that means that now she need that band-aid. She need that explanation. She need to understand what's going on. She need to understand, like, it's certain things that like a person can put in their body and it can make them feel bad. And then they forget how to be nice because of the things that they put in their body. And well, what do you mean? And so you being her mother, you got to learn the language to use to speak to her on her level so that she can have some consolation in her heart and she don't just feel lost and in the open and, abandoned and just confused. So you find those words to put it to her to where she understands that he's hurting, he's going through or what have you. But that's really your parents' gift as a parent. You know how to do it, but your heart maybe it hurts you. Gina, God bless you. Now, he's been there for me more than anyone lately. It's been 3 years and he's not about marriage. I have 3 children. How to end it nicely so he stops trying? Well, that's your problem. If you ended it nicely, then a man don't deal with nice. You got to understand, a man being yelled at and cursed out. You don't have to yell at him and curse at him, but you got to be stern about it. You got to be able to sternly let him know, like, listen, this is done. This is over. I got to move on. Please don't reach out to me. Please don't contact me because I want a relationship. I want to be married. So I need to be available for the man who is ready for marriage. And you're not ready for marriage. So you obviously not the man for me. And then you're going to have to block him. You're going to have to stop responding to him. But he's there and he's being nice. And that's better than nothing to you. So you kind of deep down really you rather half a man than no man, and that's why you putting up with them. So you're gonna have to really make up your mind about what you want. Kimberly, God bless you now. God bless you. With Mother's Day approaching, every year I find myself sad that I never knew my mom. Can you make a video that speaks to damaging effects of motherless daughters? Thank you. Phoenix, God bless you now. God bless you. I'm sure it's something out there on it. Me personally, I don't think I'll be able to do it justice, because I don't know that feeling. I don't know really what the depths of what you're feeling. And I feel like a lot of times when people try to speak on stuff that they haven't been through and they don't understand, it could almost be, disrespectful, because until you've gone through something, you really don't understand the depths of that. And so I'm sure it's somebody in this whole worldwide web of YouTube that has lost their mother or didn't know their mother, and now they have a platform and they've spoken on it. And I really appreciate the fact that y'all trust my voice. And I noticed that a lot of y'all ask me to speak on things that I'm not called to speak on, that is not in my expertise or wheelhouse. And it's because you've come to trust my voice, so you want to hear my thoughts on several different topics. But it's only certain things I could speak on, and I don't try to be a guru or a know-it-all. I know what I know, and that's love and relationships. And that's only because I made every mistake. I done been in every kind of relationship except for a homosexual relationship. But I done been in every other kind of relationship as far as a man playing a role with a woman. I done been the bad guy, the tough guy, the mean guy, the nice guy, the sweet guy, the player, the faithful guy. I done the Christian guy, the drug dealer. I done been every kind of guy to a woman in a relationship, and that's why I can express what I express on these videos. But outside of that, I really, I stay in my lane, So I really appreciate y'all trusting my voice and asking me, Tony, can you speak on this? Can you speak on that? But I gotta do, what I'm called to do, and I don't want to do a disservice to trying to be a jack of all trades. Mills, God bless you. Tony, will an emotionally unavailable man eventually open up to learn how to love? The man I dated mentioned all the previous women he dated didn't like who he is. He said, I am who I am. Yes, he could change, but to be honest with you, it sounds like he's set in his ways, and he don't care enough about women. He don't care enough about marriage to change. So a man has to want something that he doesn't have in order to want to change. So if he don't want marriage, and he don't really care if a woman leave him because he's saying they didn't like who I was, but I am who I am, that lets you know he don't care about how you feel about how he is. He gonna be who he is. So a man who does not care, that man know he will not change. With a man 12 years, have business, homes, and now a baby, says nothing makes him happy. Well, if it don't make him happy, then he probably gonna end up making you sad. Because a person, like they say, hurt people. So a person going nowhere want to take you to nowhere with them. A person doing nothing want to do nothing with you. So you're gonna have to realize if this the ride you want to be on. Because if the blind leading the blind, you're gonna end up in a ditch. So you're gonna have to realize, have I had enough? Have I seen enough? Have we done enough? And do I need to move on? So that's what you got to realize. Y'all got to forgive me. Somebody left I bought my family a dog, and I got a little treats in here, and she be wanting me to chase her and all of that. So she be coming to my office telling me to come on out here and play. Benton's, God bless you now. Hey, Tony, I wanted to send you and the Queen some face masks. Happy Mother's Day to her. We need you in this socially. How do I know where to send them? Benton, we already got face masks, and the way I'm built, because I'm out here a voice working against the system of divorce and all of those things, I never know when the powers that be gonna try to get me up out of here. So I really don't accept food and items from people, because I never know who a person working from or working for. Send me a mask. In my mind, it's like somebody send me a mask with some strychnine in it, and I put it on my face, and next thing you know, You see what I mean? So I really don't. I appreciate it. I appreciate the thought, but I go to the store and buy my mask. You see what I'm saying? Ain't nothing against you, but I just when you out here and you see what happened to Martin Luther King and Malcolm X and people who had a voice, and you trying to up in the system by bringing real love and union, you just be a little bit more on edge about what's out there, and you got to be kind of strict like that across the board, because you drop your guard one time and somebody who don't like you or got something against you, they at your throat. My guy likes to argue, says I'm very opinionated. 3 months in, I just listen and let him vent. He's not cussing or name calling. I'm 40, he's 53. I think he may be used to drama. It's just convo to me. Well, see, the problem with it is he too old for you. You 40, he 53, so he think he your daddy. He trying to re-raise you. See, he trying to raise you because he 13 years older than you. So he looking at it like, child, hush, you don't know what you talking about. I've been around here long enough to be your daddy, and you trying to argue with me. You trying to tell me something. Child, be quiet. Let me teach you this. Let me tell you what this about. And so that's the issue, is that you date not your age range, but now it'll be men in your age range that'll do the same thing. That lets you know, yes, that a man is just petty, is his way or the highway, and he does not have emotional intelligence, and he's really not fit to lead. He's still immature. Hey Tony, have you dealt with failure? Did you ever try something that didn't work out? How do you bounce back? Yeah, I done dealt with failure, and I done tried things that didn't work out. Probably several things, but to be honest with you, I just don't process it. I don't process failure. I don't see it as failure. I see everything as a lesson. I see everything as a step towards the ultimate goal. I see everything as that if it happened, it's meant to happen. So what can I learn from it? I don't look at it like, uh, failure. I answered a question from M for $20. So Joel probably wasn't on there yet, but I answered M question for that $20. But I say I've never failed because I just don't call it failure. I call it a lesson. I call it growth. I just see it differently. I say, okay, that didn't go the way I wanted to go. Let me try next, plan B, which is now the plan A. Sharice, God bless you. Happy Mother's Day to Miss Gaston. Hey, y'all, I got about 23 minutes on here now. Okay, yeah, M. All right, M. Thank you. I was starting to think maybe you sent two questions, but yeah, I answered M question. Hey, Tony, ex/son father said he will keep going back and forth to court until our son is of age when he no longer needs to pay child support. Okay, let him do that. Let him do that. He fighting a futile battle, and he draining himself. Don't let it drain you. Just go on in there and do what you got to do. Keep winning. Keep winning your cases, and just let him be petty, and he'll pay for that. Life will repay him. Hey Tony, I will be adding myself to my mentor. What are your thoughts about coaching on life/work balance, organizational skills? That's really good. That's really good. A lot of people need that. That's a good niche to be in. How do you work with a man who belittles women? You don't work with them. You don't work with them. You don't let nobody disrespect you. Anybody disrespecting you, you got to get up out that situation. Either you're going to have to get them in trouble if you're on a job to where they got to stop because they done got told on, or you got to remove yourself from that situation. Do you have an idea about little signs that a man doesn't want you even though you are in a relationship? This is what you got to realize, Angelica, about a man, is that if a man wants you, won't nobody be able to convince you that he doesn't. So when you have to worry about if a man wants you or not, when you got to ask, that's something that your heart gonna feel. That's something your heart gonna feel. So what you have to realize about that is, if he wants you, you won't have to ask a soul. If he wants you, you will know right then when he wants you. And anytime your heart starts to wonder, the answer is no. Because see, love either is or it isn't. Remember, ain't no in between love. So when it's real, you gonna know it. You gonna know it without a shadow of a doubt. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell you otherwise. Okay, Court, now I see what you're saying. His exes are white, so I'm not his type. Hence him never flirting. But I don't understand why he still calls me, don't flirt or do anything. So how does him talking to me daily benefit? He could be learning. He could be learning. To be honest with you, sometimes a man who grew up around a certain group of people, he's more comfortable with them than you. So from you, he could be learning, like, let me test my theories. Let me test my ideas about women who look like her. Let me see if this is real. Let me see if what I think about women like her is true. And so it's really a lot of time men dealing with women just to learn, just to test something out. Hey, Benta, God bless you now. I appreciate you for understanding. Okay, I seen Sharice blessing. And Gia, they left your blessing up there. Now, Gia gave, now, you see when you get that blessing like what Gia gave, they leave that up there. Brother Tony, what are your thoughts about prenups? Thank you. Me personally, I really don't do it. I really didn't, you know. It's not something that I would do. If I'm marrying a person, that means I trust you with my life. That means that it's until death do us part. If I don't think I could be with you until death, then I'm not gonna marry you. If I feel like something could happen without me knowing, I just see it as money. So it's like if you took the chance on me and I took the chance on you, if we happen to go our separate ways, then and splitting 50-50, okay, cool. If I got 100 and I lose 50, I can get 50 back. So me, I don't worry about prenup because that's like turning a marriage into a business. And to be honest with you, in most cases, that's really the death stamp on marriages. In most cases, me being a relationship coach that do this every day and coaching celebrities, when the prenup paperwork come out, that's when everything change. That's when stuff go left. Everything goes sour from there. Even if they go ahead and get married, a lot of the time they break up after that because now you're trying to do a business deal. See, marriage should be about love. When you bringing lawyers into love, lawyers, they about business. They not about love. So now you finna do a business deal. And a person who genuinely is a lover, it just don't feel right doing a contractual negotiation to go into love. But of course, people with hundreds of millions of dollars, they gonna do it, or millions of dollars, they gonna do it just because they don't know. They don't know if a person with them for them or with them for their money. Oh, 03, God bless you now. Bless you. Been dating someone since October, long distance. He just told me the other day he got another woman pregnant and she's due July. She's 23. Why did he wait until 2 months before the child is due to tell me? Known him since 14. I'm 35. He's 40. Well, he waited just out of fear, just not knowing how to tell you. Y'all, what y'all got to realize about men is men struggle the most with communication. Men struggle the most. That's why men struggle with approaching a woman. Men struggle with approaching a woman. Men struggle with communication. Men struggle with telling you good news. Men struggle with telling you bad news because men are actually very sensitive to your response. A man really does not want to be rejected. A man really does not want to experience failure in the relationship. A man really does not want to own up to his mistakes and what he's done wrong. A lot of men want to do the crime and not do the time. A lot of men want to, commit the offense and then not have to pay the price. Want to cheat and not be left. So see, men get in the place of trying to escape consequences. And so that's why he waited so long to tell you, because he didn't know how he was going to express this and explain this, because he knows what he did is stupid. He knows that what he did makes absolutely no sense. So now he got to look you in the face and look himself in the mirror and say, I'm stupid. Why in the world am I with this woman, dating her, and then sleeping with this other woman. So I'm sleeping with both of these women unprotected if he's sleeping with you unprotected. If not, I'm leading this woman on and sleeping with this woman unprotected. Then get her pregnant, but yet still dating this woman. Why did I do that? I'm stupid. And he just does not want to come to the realization and have to face the music of being stupid, being immature, being ignorant, being a grown boy. So he's trying to avoid that consequence. Sarah, God bless you. How do you reject a guy after a month of talking and going on dates? He's very sweet. You're gonna have to tell him in the best way possible. So what I would do if I were you is I would tell him over the phone and just say, hey, I wanted to talk to you because I don't want to waste your time and I don't want to waste my time. I just feel like you're an amazing person. You're very, very sweet, but it's just not really a fit. And it's just unfair to you for us to drag this out if I know in my heart that I'm not ready for what we're trying to build. So now you put it on there like that. For one, he may not try to hear you. Two, it may make him try harder. But three, you got to make sure that you know that you want to walk and get away out of this. Because if you tell that man you don't want him, and then he decide that he gonna make you want him, and then he end up getting you in 6 months, you might pay a price. You might pay a mighty price because now it's gonna be I'm gonna get you, and it's gonna be from a place of resentment, not love. So you got to be very careful about that. Got to be very careful. Hey, coach, my 40-year-old husband has never known his biological father since we've been together. He has suffered so much loss. He seems very bitter and moody all the time. How can I soften his heart? All you could do is love him. It ain't a way you could stroke his feet. It ain't a way you could sing on the microphone. All you could do is have non-judgmental love. But understand that does not mean be a floor mat. That does not mean let him take out his pain on you. That does not mean let him yell at you, curse at you, disrespect you, cheat on you. You still got to hold him accountable. You still got to have standards. You still got to make him live up to those standards. And what you got to realize is that it ain't your place to fix a man. So if he don't want to grow and he don't want to change, and your accountability does not inspire him to grow and to change, that lets you know he's unfixable by you, and you got to move on with your life. So understand that something you got to put in the Lord's hands. You're not going to be able to do it all. Stephanie, God bless you. Now, is it okay to spend money on someone you're talking to but not in a relationship with? No, it's not okay, Stephanie. It's not okay. Anytime a woman spending money on a man, a man is a provider by nature. A man is the leader by nature. So when you taking you up in that, you invert that. Now you giving to him, it throws off the natural progression of things, and it'll confuse that man, and it'll make him put you in a box as, oh, you a do girl. Oh, okay, you like to splurge. Oh, okay, you want to buy me. So now it'll make him see you as the opposite of a queen. Because see, a queen, she gonna be elegant, she gonna be respectful, she gonna have standards, but she gonna require that this man show and prove. When you go to buying and spending money, a man gonna look at you, a real man, he gonna look at you like, hold on, what's she doing now? She don't realize that she the prize, that I'm supposed to be working for her. And then after I done work for her, after I done won her heart, then she could really reciprocate. But she giving and I ain't even done nothing to receive it. I mean, to deserve it. Ronessa, God bless you now. God bless you. Humble traveler, bless you now. Tony, I am praying for you and your family. I actually liked the question earlier. Besides the need for respect and intimacy, what are some, like the question earlier, besides the need for respect and intimacy, what are some of the other love needs of a man? To be honest with you, when you say respect and you say intimacy, that encompasses everything. That encompasses everything. To be honest with you, it ain't really nothing outside of that. You know, any way you look at it, If you cooking, if you cleaning, if you know, what else can you do? The number one thing that a real man needs is respect. If you're not yelling at him, if you're not cursing at him, he don't even need you to cook. Don't need you to cook. Don't need you to clean. A real man don't even need that. So a man needs respect, because when you respect him, that's love to him. When you respect a man, you're not yelling at him, you're not cursing at him, you're not calling him out of his name, you're not being condescending, you're not trying to make him look bad, you're not trying to make him look stupid in public. You know, you're not being demeaning to him in public or in private. That right there, that puts a man on cloud nine, because the world has tried to strip him of his manhood, of his ego, of his self-love, his self-respect all his life, making him feel less than. So when you take and you show him that you respect him, you doing enough. You doing enough. And that to a man is love. That's why the good book say, wives, husbands love your wives and wives respect your husbands. Because to a man, respect is love. And then intimacy, a man really only expects that when you are his woman, when he has won your heart. Now, he may ask for it before he's won your heart, but really, he don't really expect it. If you give it to him, he'll accept it, but he don't really expect it. Esther, God bless you. While waiting 5 more months to see if it's real, what book or video do you advise? You need to read all of them. You got 5 months. So read A Woman's Influence, read Make It Work, and then read Mrs. Right. And between those, you're going to get the knowledge that you need. Hi, Tony. Can a married man purchase a home with his new girlfriend in a different state if his divorce isn't final and he has already purchased a home with his wife? Now, he could do what he want to do. You know, he could do what he want to do. Is that smart of the girlfriend? No, it's not smart of the girlfriend, because she'll end up staying the girlfriend. He'll end up working it out with his wife, not divorce his wife. And now he got the girlfriend in another state that he's traveling on business. And then he got the wife over here that he working it out with. So it's stupid on the girlfriend behalf. You know, you should never, as a woman, put yourself in that position. Let a man get all the way out his marriage and then let him heal. New Day 2C, God bless you. Now, I ain't even see that. Let me scroll through here and make sure I ain't miss nothing now. Let me see here. Yeah, now I'm gonna see what my phone battery doing on me. X and I trying to work things out. We are listening to your videos, but he's having a hard time because he thinks some things that you say do not apply to all men. Thoughts? Uh-oh, my phone got 20% left. What I got 7 minutes left. No, that ain't why he having a hard time. He having a hard time because a lot of what I'm saying is stepping on his toes. You actually happy when you listening to a video and it ain't talking about you. When you got a problem with it, that's your toes getting stepped on, and he trying to make you think it ain't talking about him. But if a man listen to a video and it ain't about him, he like, hey, I'm doing good. He talk about me. Shoot, I'm doing good. But when he's sitting over there, man, you know, I understand you like listening to this guy, but he's just one man. And the stuff he talking about is not all men. Like, he's just generalizing. He's just putting this on all men. That's when you know he guilty. That's when you know a man guilty. Because when a man is doing the right thing, he going to be like, hey, yeah, let's listen to this video. You see what he said? You see what he said? You see what I do? You see what he said? Okay, you see he talking about grown boys, don't you? So what that make me? A grown man. Because do I do that? All right then. All right. Let's keep listening now. Woo! But he hitting it. See? I told you. That's how a man gonna be when he's not guilty. When he guilty, he finna find any excuse in the world to get off these videos. Oh man, I done stomped my toe. Oh man. Ooh, I was trying to listen. Man, I hurt my toe. Ooh, I can't. Ooh, I got to go. Ooh, I mean, he gonna fake hemorrhoids. He gonna fake migraine. He gonna say I offended him because his grandma passed away and I said grandma the wrong way. He gonna come with any excuse he can to get up out of this hot kitchen. But when he living right, he gonna be sending you the videos. Hey, listen to this. God bless you. Tony, can you make a video on how to differentiate between a man who wants a serious committed relationship and one that says they do, but really are just interested in casual dating? Um, um, yeah, I probably could make a video on that. But I think I got a video called "How to Know He's Interested in You." Watch that. Watch that video. That probably already. I probably could do a update. Let me write that down. But this is what you got to understand. This is what you got to understand. It's kind of like this right here. I'm laying in the bed today. I was tired. My wife come in there and she say, "Oh, we got this drive-through birthday party. Where you drive through, we social distancing, and then got this other stuff got to drop off. The drive-through birthday party a 50-minute drive away. The other house we got to go to is an 80-minute drive away. I'm tired. Okay, I got to work today, like what I'm doing right here. I got to serve my audience. So I'm tired. I just woke up and she getting ready to go. But she got a little headache because she been up early to take my son to do his workout on the beach sand. So I gets up. I cancel my work this morning. I normally go live on here at noon. I cancel that live and I drive that right there. So we was gone from noon to 5. That's 5 hours. So I missed my noon live. I said I was going to try to go at 4 p.m. Missed the 4 p.m. live. Missed 2 lives to drive my wife. While I'm driving my wife, her head not feeling good. So I'm driving with one hand and massaging her neck with the other hand. And I'm squeezing, I'm pulling down. I'm trying to pull that tension from her head out of her neck. I'm trying to release that tension. And she said, whatever you doing is making me feel better. Whatever you doing is making me feel better. So you see what I'm saying? Then I find a Starbucks because she need her iced caramel macchiato. I find a Starbucks. I find her something to eat. She wanted something to eat. Find a Starbucks, find her something to eat, and I'm massaging her neck. Okay. Then after that, we got to make a few more stops she need to make. So I'm driving to old places. And I went solely so I could sit in the car with our sons while she go in the store. You see what I'm saying? When a man really about you, he's going to put you before him. He's going to sacrifice his wants and needs to show you that he's about you. And so when a man about you, and I said this earlier on this same video, when a man is about you, you won't have to ask a soul. You won't have to ask a soul. When you have to ask somebody, this is what this man does, do you think he loves me? The answer is no. The answer is no. He don't love you. Because love is undeniable. Stephanie, God bless you now. God bless you, Stephanie. Pour out in our light. Pour out in our light. Thank you, nephew Tony. I am grateful for all your wisdom. I am taking your Birth Your Book course. I'm writing a book on quotes. Any advice? I love the woman's influence. This gift is for your queen for Mother's Day. Lord, thought I had me a blessing. Hey, I'm going to send this to my wife. Hey, I'm going to look on here for Mother's Day because I could have been with her today. Tomorrow, Mother's Day. So I ain't going to do no live tomorrow. So, the blessing y'all sent me tonight, when I get off here, I'm going to see what y'all sent. I'm going to give it to my wife. Now, YouTube take 30% of this. And that's what I told her last time y'all gave her some blessings. She was like, okay, you just got to count that as a business expense and send me the whole total. Okay, and YouTube take your 30% somewhere else. YouTube take 30% of what y'all send. Now, when y'all bless me on that cash out, I really appreciate that. And even though I won't be asking for it, Caramel Kisses gave y'all my cash out. And I really thank you for that, Caramel Kisses. But that right there, that's 100%. So I gave that to my wife. This gift is for you and your queen for Mother's Day. You have changed my life. God bless you and your family. Hey, God bless you. Tony, someone asked if men ever sit back and reflect on things. Do they? Yeah, men do. Men sit back and men reflect on things, and men, think about. Some men will say, "Oh, that's the one that got away." Some men will say, "Oh, I let that woman get away. Oh, that woman, she really loved me." Some men realize later. Does he necessarily regret it? Not really, because that's where he was. That's who he was. So he understood. He understands that was, he's on a progression in his life. He's on a path in his life, and that he maybe was not ready to receive her anyways. So does he regret it? Not necessarily, but does he recognize it? Yes, he recognized when he took a good woman for granted. But at the same time, now, all women are not created equal. All men are not created equal. What I mean by that is you created equal, but we don't behave equally. But what I've noticed as a man, what I've noticed is that if a man will love a woman, it's many, many women that could be a wife. She may not be the same level or caliber of a wife. So it's one woman who she cool with threesomes. She'll stay with you if you get cheated on. And it's another woman who she won't stay with you if you cheat on her. And she won't be cool with threesomes and all of this. But both of them women could be a wife. Both of them love, but one knows how to love herself, and one has been taught to hate herself and to put up with stuff that she shouldn't be putting up with. But both of them women could be a wife. But the man, it depends on what type of man he is. So if this man wants a woman that doesn't love herself, then he gonna stay with this woman right here and may not ever marry her. And that woman may compromise that desire in her heart. And then this woman over here gonna say, if you gonna be with me, we got to get married at a certain time. And if the man wants marriage, then he gonna go with this woman because he wants a woman who knows and loves herself. So men realize when he had a good woman and he messed up on her. He realizes it. But does that mean he want to be with her? No, because he may not have a desire to be a good man. Hey, when my battery go to 10%, I'm gonna let y'all know now. Is it a red flag when a guy tells you you don't bring enough to the table when y'all get into an argument? Yeah, that's a red flag. He letting you know that's how he really feel about you. When you get in an argument, that's when a man gonna let you know how he really feel about you. But if he's with you, then it's like, well, if I don't bring enough to the table, why are you sitting at the table with me? So a lot of times a man don't even require all that he telling you need to bring to the table. He don't even require that. But because he upset, because he angry, he gonna say that to take a shot at you because he knows human nature. When somebody take a shot at you, you feel inadequate. So a lot of times a man will say that to make you feel inadequate. And so that's what you got to realize on that situation there. All right, now my phone about to die. Okay, Starfish, I see your question about the video. All right. Post that thing 90 times. I can't even see no another question in here. Starfish and post that question 90 times. I'm trying to see another question. How can I get my husband to talk about our marriage, being we are separated right now? He hates to be told his actions are about his anger are extreme. You can't get your husband to talk about your marriage if he don't want to talk about your marriage. So when he don't want to talk about your marriage and y'all separated, that's a sign that your marriage is over. So now you beating a dead horse. Okay, you up there sitting on the horse back and up here, like this here. But the horse done went on the horse heaven. The horse done went on to meet the Lord. So what you got to do is get on off and give us his proper burial service and go on about your life. So you want to try to get him to talk, but like they say, that's like trying to get blood out of turnip. And so you're going to have to realize when something has ran its course. Mills, thank you for answering my question. God bless you. Hey, bless you. Now, I normally do 2 of these on Saturday. Ain't going to be able to do that tonight because for one, my phone about to die. When it tell me at 10%, I got to go. And then 2, I'm going to be watching the UFC tonight. So I ain't going to do another one tonight. Then I ain't going to do one tomorrow because it's Mother's Day. Tony, what is the best way to deal with fresh heartache? You're going to have to get new knowledge. The more you get this knowledge in you, the more confident you're going to be. I have a guy that says he doesn't need me and he could care less about my money, but at the same time want to know how much my taxes was. Is that being too secretive, being we not even married yet? No, that's not being too secretive. And he worrying about the wrong thing. If he taking shots at you, then at the next sentence want to know your business. You're dealing with a wrong boy. Why can't men and women be friends at first before getting into a relationship? You can and you should. The key is that you know if y'all are together, if y'all talking with a romantic interest. So it's not saying that you get in a relationship on the first day. But what you need to know is, are you looking to be with somebody? I'm looking to be with somebody. If he says he's not looking to be with somebody, then you wasting your time being friends. But if he approaches you because he's looking for his wife, then it's okay with y'all being friends, and you should be friends before getting into a relationship. But you have to know that y'all both are looking for a relationship. The issue is when you're trying to be platonic friends, meaning that there's no romantic interest. And then you want to go from platonic friends to an intimate relationship. That's where the issues arise. You got to know that what y'all in it for. Was getting to know a 40-year-old. Hey, this is my last question now. Was getting to know a 40-year-old man who expressed interest in me, but his actions don't match. No in-depth convo, and he pops in and out via text. I cut him off 3 times, but he still reaches out. Well, he reaching out because you available. So if he reaching out and you not responding, then that don't matter. But if he reaching out and you responding, then that's the issue. Hey, now, Coach Chris, I see this here question, but I don't see the question before that, so I can't really put them together because the way the chat worked, I can't really put that together. Hey, I sure appreciate y'all for working with me. I'm gonna tell you now, I've been tired lately. I've been tired because I've been coaching. 4 people a day, and then after I'm coaching, I'm doing an hour-long video. Then I got to read the comments to get the next question for tomorrow's video. And so that's been a little, tough for me. I just turned the chat off of there so I could only got a few more minutes here before my phone die. So I've been tired lately now, and I'm gonna tell you, they be talking about the YouTube and how you burnt out. And I came to the point one day, I said, you know what, Lord, there's so much more in me that I can give. I need to give that. So I need to do more videos and get everything out of me, because you never know when your last day. And I didn't come on here, but it is tough now. Okay, 10% left. I got to get going. It is tough when you're dealing with all this here energy. I got an email from YouTube today, and it told me that I got, in the last 28 days, over 40,000 comments. I read about every comment. So I'm like, man, you mean tell me I done read over 40,000 comments in 28 days? And I was like, so you can imagine when you dealing with everybody issues, and then people want to argue and debate. People want to call you names. It could get a little draining now. It can get draining. So I've been trying to space this thing out, do more days, because you come in and, you go hard, but then you got to find your balance. You got to find your balance so you keep your sanity. And so, because if I go to getting tired, then I'm going to go to getting snappy. And if I go to getting snappy, that means I ain't operating from a place of love, and I'm not answering questions from a place of love. So I have to pray for patience and wisdom and humility. before I do these lives, before I do my videos. Cause you know, every single day you might be seeing the question for the first time. And so to address that, some people were saying, hey Tony, some of the moderators was getting rude in the chat. Well, what you got to realize is everybody ain't called to do what I do. So for some people, they come here and they on every single live, like Caramel Kisses, Share. They on every single live and they seeing me answer the same questions over and over and over and over. So they get to see at that point what I go through. They like, man, what in the world? These women asking the same questions. He done did 10 videos on this. Why y'all asking the same question? So they start seeing that. And so they may kind of answer a question and it may come off like they being harsh, but really they just saying like, listen, hey, we talked about this yesterday. Hey, it's a video here. And so that's what I had to be mindful of coming from a place of love. So do this. Go on my videos. And when you click on my page and you click oldest, it'll take you back to them old videos. The video without that red line, that means you didn't watch it. Watch that video, get that insight in you, and you may have to watch it 2 or 3 times. And the last thing what I'm gonna tell y'all is, some of y'all been writing me, I guess you knew, about YouTube ads. Listen, okay, I run businesses in my life, and so I'm not a YouTuber. What I mean by that is you will see that I don't do New Day, God bless you. Yeah, tomorrow Mother's Day, so I'm off tomorrow anyway, so I ain't doing a Sunday sermon. Or I might shoot my Sunday sermon tonight and just have it scheduled to go out tomorrow. But it's no rest for the weary. You know what I mean? When you call to be a servant of God, you're going to have to work when you tired because tomorrow ain't promised. That's why Jesus, he worked on all the days. And they say, Jesus, why you working on the Sabbath? He was like, hold on. Is my Father in heaven? Hey, I got to work. If I lost a sheep today, I got to go. If a shepherd loses his sheep on Sunday, you want him to not go find his sheep? No, he going to find his sheep. That's what Jesus told him. So I say, really, I really don't get no days off, but I do find time to rest. Me and my wife do a date every single day. But I was about to say something. Oh, y'all been talking to me about YouTube ads. What you got to realize is I'm not a YouTuber. So I don't know. I don't edit these videos. I shoot it. I'm on my cell phone. I shoot it on the cell phone. I upload it from the cell phone. YouTube put the ads on there. I don't put the ads on there. And so what you got to realize, that's just the cost of doing business. You notice I don't have tags, keywords. I don't have thumbnails. I'm doing this just as another operation in my gift to be a blessing to people, but I can't turn this into no job. I hear YouTubers talking about it take them 8 hours to do a video. That's a YouTuber. Okay, I got 11 companies and I got a wife and 2 kids. So I don't be on here trying to, okay, move this ad here, do this, do that, do all that. Listen, I'm gonna shoot the video, put it up. If you don't like the ads, YouTube got a thing called YouTube Premium, or you could hit skip. But I just want y'all to know that that ain't me putting that. That's an automated system and it do what it do. And I'm not finna pay nobody either to manage it, because then they'll be done hijacked it and stole it. But hey, God bless y'all. I know a lot of people got to go Saturday night. I got to go too. So we'll talk soon.